You know what every single personal injury lawyer can tell you? That every single one of their clients all have in common without one single exception? None of them expected to get in the car wreck the morning they woke up, left the house, and got in the car wreck. Life just happens.
You're listening to the Profit First for Lawyers podcast, the official companion show to the book Profit First for Lawyers by R. John Robbins. Now, this podcast is for you if you want to bring home more profit while working less hours in the office, spending more time with your loved ones doing the things you actually want to do, and turning your office into a lean, mean, profit-breathing machine. So if you're tired of working for your law firm instead of your law firm working for you, stay tuned for some really practical insights that will get you the results you've always wanted. It's time to put your BS aside for the next few minutes and put yourself, your family, your firm, and your profit first. Welcome back to another episode of the Profit First for Lawyers podcast. I'm your host, Carly, and today we're diving straight into a topic that's going to free up more of your time and make your law firm a whole lot more profitable. Like, we all know we should have a written business plan. And if we do have a business plan, we all know it should be something that we're currently taking action on. But too many law firm owners don't make this a priority. And so instead, they miss out on some of the biggest benefits of being a business owner and an entrepreneur. You've heard us say pretty frequently that you should take the time to put your business plan together. But now you're going to hear R. John specifically talk about why and what benefits having a business plan will bring, as well as why you shouldn't feel bad if you're one of the many law firm owners who hasn't yet taken this really crucial step. Today is the start of a whole new week of promise. So let's get into it. Here's a snippet from when I joined R. John in Miami to record the Profit First for Lawyers audiobook. This particular clip did not make it into the final product. So enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes moment and find out what a bus, a seal, and a wedding all have to do with your business plan. Let's roll the clip.
You would never invest in a business if you didn't understand how it was supposed to generate a revenue and produce a profit. Would you? I hope not. I definitely know I wouldn't. Actually, I have lots of times. I've learned this stuff the hard way. Don't be embarrassed if you get to the end of this chapter and you realize, holy crap, I've invested. I've asked my family to invest. I've asked my friends to invest. I've asked my staff and my clients to invest in a business that didn't have a clear plan for how it was supposed to consistently, predictably, reliably generate revenue, or processes and systems and procedures for how it was going to reliably and consistently and predictably convert that revenue into profit. I've been there. I've lived to tell the story, and now I'm writing a book about it. So don't feel bad if you find yourself in that predicament now. Today, I would never invest in a business unless it has a documented plan explaining how the owner plans to attract clients, make sales, and deliver whatever products or services were sold in the first place. And of course, I would want to see that there are systems and processes and procedures that would allow the business to continue functioning even if the owner were to go away for a little while or a long time, or maybe even gets hit by a bus. I actually know a lawyer who actually got hit by a bus.
Sorry, I've heard you say that a few times. I didn't realize that was a real story.
Well, there's a euphemism, a thing. People say, if you get hit by a bus. But I know a lawyer who actually got hit by a bus. I know a lawyer who got hit by a bus. I know a lawyer who got attacked by a seal. I don't mean like a Navy SEAL. I mean like an actual seal. He showed me a video of him getting attacked by a seal. He had to take a couple weeks off because he got bit on the foot by a seal.
Wow, new fear unlocked.
I know a lawyer who had a seizure. Never in her life ever had this happen in her whole life until she was like in her mid-30s. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bam, it just happened. Life happens. You know what every single personal injury lawyer can tell you? That every single one of their clients all have in common without one single exception? None of them expected to get in the car wreck the morning they woke up, left the house, and got in the car wreck. Life just happens. Anyway, the point is, I wouldn't want to invest in a business, and I don't want your family to be invested in a business that is being run by the most brilliant, amazing, wonderful, spectacular person in the world, i.e., you, unless the business has processes and systems and procedures for how the business will continue to function, how each of these 7 main parts of the business will continue to function, even if you have to step away for a little or a long time. Maybe for good reasons. Maybe you decide to go to your best friend's wedding. Maybe you decide to go on a vacation. Maybe you decide to take your kids on a college tour. The point is, it doesn't always have to be doom and gloom. We want to build a business that is sustainable, and we want to build a business that can operate independently of you and your brilliance. Otherwise, it's not a business. It's just a practice. It's just a job.
It's just a job. Ouch. You might remember Raul from last season. Raul shared that Arjan had a very similar conversation with him pretty early on in his career with HTM. And he mentioned that, like I'm paraphrasing here, he mentioned that it really made him mad.
My wife and I had just started an LLC, our own design company, which we're still working on as well. And I was excited about it. First time I've ever done anything like that. So I just casually bring it up to Arjan and, expecting that he's going to give, again, that same dry corporate response of, oh, that's good, I wish you luck. But no, he actually started asking questions and like, oh, why a design company? And, got out of me like, oh, I just love doing design. I think I'm really good at it. To which his response is, how do you know you're good at it? And just like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting this. I just met this guy an hour ago. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. And essentially, long story short, it eventually got to the point where he compared this LLC to a sushi restaurant. And how he got there, maybe a future episode will disclose the whole story. But he essentially was saying that people who start sushi restaurants love sushi the way I love graphic design. But that doesn't mean that the owner of the restaurant is making sushi. And he communicated to me that I wasn't creating, or at least I wasn't aiming to create an opportunity for my wife and I. I was creating a job for myself. My initial ego-driven reaction is, who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think he is to talk to me like that? I know more about graphic design. I'm the best, yada, yada, yada. But going back to my room that day and thinking about it, I actually saw the wisdom in that.
Raul's version was a little spicier than mine. But regardless, he said that when he'd thought about it, he had to admit to himself that Arjan was right. And it ended up saving him a lot of wasted time and energy when he embraced that. Hey guys! So quick note here, we really wanted to make sure that we weren't just giving you profitable concepts, but that we were also providing some resources to help you take action and see the results in your own lives. Now, some of these resources are going to be downloadable, some of them are going to be watchable, and others will be live. But all of them will be offered to you completely for free, no strings attached. Now, we do host a Profit First for Lawyers workshop several times per year all over the US, and Arjan has finally agreed to let me offer it to our listeners again for free. So if you're ready to get serious about making your law firm more profitable, click the link in our show notes below and reserve your seat now. Now, fair warning, we do cap attendance at these events to make sure that attendees get some real laser focus on the things that are important to them. And we do always run out of seats, so make sure that you've snagged your seat. If you want even more insights and even more Arjan, don't miss it. So next time, we're going to speak with one of How to Manage's executives, Erica Ferenzi, who teaches the Business Plan Workshop and who is an expert in this field. If you're feeling fired up and if you're convicted that you need to create your business plan right now or revise it, then you do not want to miss Erica's episode. We're going to walk you through it step by step, and we'll provide some tools to help you get it done if you're feeling a little stuck. So don't miss it. We'll see you there. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Profit First for Lawyers. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, tell a friend. And visit profitfirstforlawyers.com/action to download the resources that are going to help you put these concepts to work for your law firm. Your future self will thank you for it, and we will see you next time.